Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hold on, y'all. Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is still Friday, June 13th, 2025, back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm warning. Now, this is a warning. Disclaimer. I have no proof or evidence of what I'm about to say. Well, a little bit. But this more so is my theory. Something I believe is happening and going on. I can't prove it or verify it. I'm just using a little common sense. Something that's missing nowadays. Common sense. Critical thinking. Logical thinking. Looking at stuff, situations, weighing them out, looking at all the evidence, looking at what I see before me, and then thinking about it. Do that make sense? Do that seem right? Do that look right? Something ain't right about this. See, I come up in an era where if you didn't think, if you couldn't think, if you couldn't plan ahead. See, I'm a chess player. I love playing chess and checkers, but I love chess. And in chess, people that, chess players, you got to think way ahead. And from the first time I learned how to play in jail. I seen it around, but never thought I would love it or be good at it. But there are some people that tend to be, once you show them how to play chess, they gravitate to it and they excel at it real quick. Because you have to be a certain type of person to be good at chess. And I was always that type of person before I learned how to play chess, so quite naturally, I excelled at chess when I learned how to play in Mobile County Metro Jail back in the 90s. And to be good at chess, you got to think way ahead of your opponents. You got to think about his next move before he think of his next move. And then you got to think about 4 other moves before that next move. You know what I mean, chess players. And in order to survive in the environment that I came up in, for me to still be here at 53 years old, I had to be able to be a critical thinker because a lot of my peers didn't make it. Out of my circumstance and my situation. Because they weren't thinkers like I was. Even though it was a gift God gave me, I used it. So now fast forward to today, I still have those critical thinking skills. I'm able to look ahead and think about what my opponent is thinking. See through his mind, what is he thinking about his counter move or my counter move. So y'all listen to me. I learned something back in them days. Everything ain't everything. Everything ain't always what it seems. Sometimes people will put one move out in front of you to distract you from another move. The bigger move, they'll put a pawn out in front of you to distract you from the move of the rook or another player. That applies to life. Sometimes your enemies will put a smaller move out in front of you so you'll gravitate to that move. Hold on with me, I'm going somewhere with this. This just going to lead up to let you know why I think what I'm thinking. They'll put a smaller move out in front of you and you gravitate to that. And you catch it. I got you. All along they come through the back door, the bigger move that they had already planned before they put the smaller move out in front of you. They already had planned on letting you catch that one to slip the other one behind you. I told y'all I come from the illegal, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. It was said that I was in the illegal, pharmaceutical business back in the 90s. And I learned some tricks of the trade from some big time so-and-so about how they do certain things. How they trick the cops, law enforcement, the people that are watching them heavily. They would tip the cops off. They were used as a pawn, a mule, somebody who would traffic from state to state their product for them. They didn't care nothing about them people, right? So they would give the pawn, somebody who they want to get caught. They would put a small amount in the car with them and send the pawn on his way. The person they want to get caught. The pawn don't know. He get a little money they done paid him, he just take off, hauling the product. Small amount. The same dealers would tip off the cops. Hey, there's a shipment of pharmaceuticals coming through your town. Gonna be driving such and such. I'm a concerned citizen. Or what have you. Oh yeah, what they gonna be driving? I know the tag number and everything. Tip them off. So the cops in there waiting on that car to come through, right? The pawn. So the cops, while they distracted and they catch that little small shipment, they might get 3 or 4 kilos. And they be all in the news. Large drug bust on I-10 in Grand Bay. And they be out the sheriff all proud on the news. The FBI and all of them. Showing the 3 kilos they just caught from an anonymous tip or an informant, what have you. Not knowing that the suppliers, the dealers, the ones gave them the tip. Because they had a shipment of 300 kilos coming behind the 3 kilos they just caught. So the 300 got through. Because they were distracted with the 3. That they let the 300 get through because they didn't know that them people were playing chess with them. They was thinking 3 or 4 mules ahead. So now, this is what I'm talking about to today. I sat and thought about it. I'm looking at these protests, right? And people have been sending me articles, Jeffrey Robinson and other people. Sending me articles. Sending me ads, job listings, per se. Hiring. $6,500, $5,000, $500, $2,000 for paid, organized protesters for California and other places for these, what we got going on right now. People are taking out ads, hiring protesters to go out and protest in the streets, right? So why would they do that? Why do they need to pay people to protest when it's supposedly illegal immigrants fighting for their right? If they didn't got the right, for just fighting to be here, they're illegal. Why you got to pay people to protest on their behalf? Shouldn't they be willing to protest for themselves for free? Why y'all got to pay people? And then I've been researching and keeping up with the FBI, claiming that they're investigating people that are paying for these riots, that are financing these riots. Democrat operatives, Democrat Party. Follow me. The FBI is investigating. I showed y'all that the other day on the video of the FBI director stating, and I quote, "We are following lead in an investigation into where this money is coming from that's financing these protests and riots. Can't riot and protest for free." Right? So who protesting this and who stands to gain from it? Is it really for the illegals? Are we doing all this, burning the city down, all this rioting or whatever, to help the poor little illegals? We love them so much. We just love the illegal, the poor little Mexican. We just so loving and caring and kind that we out here destroying and tearing up our own property, our own city, to help the poor little illegals because we just love like that. No, that ain't what's happening. So as I'm watching the FBI director say, he's investigating tips, evidence of Democrat and other operatives paying for these riots and protests. Now, why would the Democrats do a thing like that? First, let me give you my theory on why I believe it's true, even though I don't have the evidence yet, even though I know I've seen the ads, I've seen it with my own eyes, of people offering to pay people to come protest. I've seen that with my own eyes. This ain't no rumor. This ain't no hearsay. I saw it with my own eyes, that they were paying people to protest. I saw that. And I said if it was enough, I'd probably take my ass a damn protest too for that price. A couple of more thousand, and I'm heading to California to protest for the illegals. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Times are hard, the economy is bad, my business struggling. They paid $10,000 to go protest. I will be there. You gotta pay them a round trip plane ticket too. Whoever paying for the protesters, I'll be there. Big Water be out there protesting, and I'll put it on YouTube because I love Democrats. I'm for sale. When the bills are due, when I ain't got it. All right. My theory, because I know somebody is paying them to protest, because I might take up the ad myself, or the offer. And I know for a fact, because I heard it out of his mouth, that the FBI is investigating the money trail to see who's paying for it, because they know somebody financing these protests and riots. Now, me once being allegedly a criminal myself, I know as a criminal, we try to stay. I know the criminal mind. They say it takes one to know one. Somebody will call you a lie, and you say it takes one to know one. Or you a cheat. It takes one to know one. You ever heard that saying before? It takes one to know one. Okay. Illegal immigrants are criminals, right? And it takes a criminal to know a criminal. Right? So allegedly, I've been a criminal at one point of time in my life too. I've been a criminal. I paid my debt to society. I'm on the up and up now, the straight and narrow. I want to make my mama proud. No more bullshit. I said that. I mean it. Now, but I haven't forgotten what I learned from being a criminal. I haven't forgotten how criminals think. And I haven't forgotten the most important thing to a criminal. The number one most important thing, I don't care what kind of crime you commit, from stealing bubble gum at the grocery store to mass unalivings. The number one goal of any criminal is to not get caught. To get away with it, whatever your crime is. That's the number one objective, number one goal. I don't care how small or how big the crime is. The number one objective is to get away, not get caught. So the first thing you want to do is stay as far away from law enforcement as you possibly can. You're not going to break the law and then go put yourself in front of the people that are trying to catch you and take you to jail. Common sense, right? You ain't got to be a criminal to know that. So now, I want all of us to sit down for a minute. I'm for to rest my case. I'm for to drive it on home. I'm for to put the nail in the coffin to show y'all that the Democrats are behind what's going on out there in California. The Democrats are trying to start confusion. The Democrats don't have no policy. The Democrats don't have no ideas. The Democrats don't have no solutions. And if the Democrats stay on the path they're on, they won't win another election for the next 20 years. So now they have to think of something else. And they are devilish and devious. They will do anything, and I mean anything, to regain power. Even destroy their own country. Because they don't love the country no way. This is how I know. You have ICE agents, FBI, National Guard, sheriff, law enforcement, everywhere swarming around California, LA, to keep the riots or get them under, and the protests under control, right? What sense would it make if you somebody who already breaking the law? What sense would it make for somebody who know law enforcement is looking for you? You have a warrant for your arrest. You know they're looking for you. And you know where they at. They're all right here. All law enforcement are gathered up in LA right there, looking for the criminal. In this case, the criminals are the illegal immigrants. Why in the hell would illegal immigrants be out there protesting in front of law enforcement, knowing you got a warrant for your arrest? I'm a criminal in the past, allegedly. The police is the last people I want to see. I want to be as far away from the cops as I possibly can. So my theory is, those people that we see out there protesting, they're staged. They're not really the illegals. They're hired Democrat operatives. Hired to cause confusion, destruction, and distractions. The real illegal immigrants are somewhere hiding. They're not out in the streets throwing firebombs. They're not out in the streets having confrontations with the people that are looking for them. I don't care how bad they are. Al Capone, the biggest gangsters, the biggest killers, the biggest whatever of all time. They still didn't get in the face of the cops. They still avoided the cops at all costs. So you ain't gonna tell me these illegal immigrants are just that bold and brave the way they're gonna face the people that are looking for them to arrest them. John Gotti, any of them. When somebody know that they have warrants for their arrest, you got people that fly all out the country to escape arrest. But yet here we are to believe that these illegal immigrants are putting themselves in harm's way in front of the people that are trying to take them to jail. No. Those are not the illegal immigrants we're looking at. They somewhere hiding. I was riding just the other day, I forgot to tell y'all, passing by a construction site. All I saw was people running, scattering, like when black folks and when the guns start going off. We scatter. I was riding past the construction site and saw people take off running. What the hell they doing? I'm thinking somebody shooting. Then I saw the white border patrol trucks out there running behind them. Them illegal immigrants on the job site saw the border patrol and they took off running away from border patrol. They didn't run towards them and fight them and throw bricks at them. They didn't do that. When the illegal immigrants saw the border patrol pull up, they took off running away from them, not towards them. As they always have done. The real illegals run away from law enforcement. They don't run to them. They don't throw bricks at them. They run away. Even if they outnumber the border patrol, law enforcement, the illegals still gonna run away from them. Now, another way I know is the Democrats behind this. It's so wrong for them to go to schools, churches, their jobs, and arrest them, separating families. These people have warrants for their arrest that they're going to pick up. They broke the law, criminal, okay? Remember that. Now, with that being said, Democrats, how come when black people have warrants for their arrest, I've been on jobs, where the sheriff done came to the job and pick up a black dude for child support. They ain't killing him while he was at work. Oh, that's so wrong to go to their job and arrest them on their job. I remember once upon a time in Mobile, there was a big drug sting arrest in Mobile. On a Saturday, I remember it like it was yesterday. Some of the drug dealers were at a funeral. One of them in particular, I ain't gonna say his name, because he's still in Mobile doing his thing. He was at a funeral. The feds went to the funeral and arrested him. Black man, Mobile, Alabama. I didn't hear no Democrats saying, damn, y'all had to go arrest him at the funeral? When you have a warrant for your arrest, and they've been trying to catch you, the cops, authorities, or whoever they are, Democrats, wherever they know that you are at the moment, they're going to go there to arrest you. No matter where you at, your mama house, work, church, because they've been trying to catch you. They got to catch you when they can catch you. They can't catch you on your terms, when it's convenient for you. They got to catch you when they can. So if you happen to be at work when they catch you, so be it. They've been doing black folk like that forever. They will come arrest us wherever we at. Right, black people that's ever been arrested on your job? You couldn't tell them, hey man, I'm at work. Can you come back when I get off? You couldn't tell them, you couldn't say that. So now we're supposed to have some type of sympathy for the illegal immigrants because law enforcement is arresting them on their job or at school or the grocery store, wherever they find them at. The same way they've been doing us. And the black dude that the feds picked up from the funeral, they had warrants for his arrest. He had kids, but he had broke the law. So guess what? He had to be separated from his children when they sent his ass to prison. Black people, what's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all know the way this shit go. Once again, y'all let these damn Democrats make y'all stupid. Not me. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Get it, got it good. Bye.